Good evening. You're watching Not News. I am Steve, and tonight we begin with a breaking news that is strange as it is alarming. Across Canada, food is rotting at an accelerated rate. Fresh produce, bread, and even packaged goods are spoiling within hours, even minutes, of being harvested, stocked, or opened. The agricultural community is calling this an agricultural emergency. While scientists unscramble to uncover the cause, I have one of their own right here. Good evening, Dr. Rawls.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm doing just fine this evening.
So, what is going on right now? Can you explain that?
Well, all around the country, as well as all around the world, food in its natural state, when it's harvested, when it's processed, is just rotting all over the world. We're noticing it developing large mold spots that then just quickly grow out of control.
Wow. So, how quickly is the decay happening?
Incubation usually begins with a few odd spots here and there, and then grows, consuming the entire food within a 48-hour period.
Wow. Have you ever encountered anything like this before?
We've experimented with the state of decay with food in the past, ways to preserve it and how to counteract it. But we've never been pressed with a situation like this, where no matter what we try, no matter what preservatives, no matter what color we paint the food, it gives way to rot.
What kind of foods have been affected so far?
It's affecting the whole spectrum of food, from fruits to vegetables to meats. Odd enough, dairy products such as milk and cheese and creams, they remain mostly untouched by the mold.
Why is that?
We're experimenting with it. We're trying to figure out exactly what allows the milk to retain its sense of not rotting. But we think it has something to do with the calcium, but test results have been inconclusive.
So, is this affecting only raw foods, or like even cooked foods?
It's affecting all foods that are both raw, processed, as well as cooked. We noticed that cooked food, mainly when it's been like smoked or fried, it tends to last just a little longer, but eventually the mold will give in to the whole volume of its food.
Wow, that's scary. Who are you? How do I put this? Like, trying to understand the mold with, like, who is a part of your team?
We've recruited scientists from all around the world as an endeavor to focus in on this. We have all kinds of experts from all kinds of different fields, from tech to botany to disease research. And we've taken this food and we've isolated it in different places, in vacuums, in different climates, just to see what slows down the rate of rotting, what might speed it up. But results are proving to be inconsistent, we'll say.
Do we know what's causing the accelerated delay?
We believe that it could be a number of factors. We are experimenting mostly with climate-based factors, primarily that with climate change, as we feel the shifts of our world are what caused this decay to happen in the first place.
Could this be intentional, like sabotage or biological warfare?
We had first experimented with the idea that it could be biological warfare, as it was very sporadic how all the decay just kind of came forward. But our tests have proven that this appears to be more of a natural phenomenon than one created by an individual.
Wow. Scary.
Very scary.
Is there a possibility that this decay could be triggered by a pathogen in, like, the soil or even the water?
We've tested the idea of it being some form of virus or some kind of disease, and our results have come out that it is simply just a form of what we've dubbed super mold, where it just continues to grow and decay its food that it grows upon.
Now, right here, you got some food. Can you tell me about it?
Yes. Here we have a series of different foods that we have done our tests on, trying to make it last as long as we possibly can. We have gotten nowhere near to the old shelf life of some of these. Strawberries, in their fresh state out of the refrigerator, tend to last 2 to 3 weeks. But these guys, they've started to show small evidence of spots on the sides of them, and we're scared that they're going to start to sort of, yeah, like give way into the decay there, as you can see.
Whoa. What about the mango?
Oh, this mango here is an interesting specimen. We had tested the idea of keeping food attached to their stems for quite some time. Well, it did produce many positive results. This one, coming from specimen 67, just never really gave rot in any way, shape, or form. It's remained a perfectly pristine mango.
So I can like poke it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I would keep poking the mango.
Oh.
It's quite a delicate specimen. We're hoping to preserve it the best we can.
Okay. What are the short-term risks to public health and food supply?
Right now, we're noticing a huge decline in the world's food supply. We're going to notice a lot of the food-based industries begin to crash with time as well. But more than anything, dairy farmers in the dairy industry are skyrocketing as the few foods that have survived the rot appear to be things like cheese.
Wow. What about wheat-based food? Because I know you've talked about like raw and cooked stuff, but like wheat product is kind of like not a plant, but it's grown in the ground.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Whilst the wheat is growing, while it is still in the ground and alive, the wheat remains perfectly fresh. But as soon as it's harvested or ground down into flours or processed in any way, it very slowly begins to rot, like you see with some of our food here on the table.
Whoa. Is that a fish?
Yes. This was our control specimen. Fish itself tends to give way to rot faster than most things, but as we can see, it is managing to rot at about the same rate as these nuggets of chicken here.
Whoa. Can I touch them?
I'd advise against it. Mold in its unprocessed form, we've have witnessed it can make people a little sick. It's mainly off of the smell, but it'll stick to your fingers. It's not very pleasant.
What if I just like try to like eat it like I'm bobbing for apples?
Without touching it, I mean, the smell would probably stick to your lips. I wouldn't want to be known as the guy with smelly lips.
Hey, I wouldn't either. It's a good point. I still have to interview more people today, so that wouldn't be good. How long can grocery stores and farms function under these conditions?
Currently, it's looking like a very small window of time. While they'll continue to be able to function with mostly dairy product, all their processed goods, all their fruits, all their vegetables, all their meats and baked goods, we're going to see that they're going to start ending up in landfills before long, as they won't have a lot to do with them.
Wow. Could this spread to water or soil or even living creatures?
The mold actually appears to have hydrophobic qualities, which makes it impossible for it to really mix into the water, and it sort of just floats above it.
Like oil?
Yeah, like oil. Yeah, it doesn't really mix with water well.
So the pages are not correct. Are scientists around the world collaborating on this, or is it mostly like national efforts?
We have recruited scientists all over the world from multiple different fields to be working on this right now. It seems the world has agreed that we should all be coming together on this. Because we have people coming from all kinds of different fields, we've all been doing different tests within our expertises and have come up with a lot of different results.
What emergency research is underway right now, and how fast are we working to stop them rot?
The last while, we've been experimenting mainly with attempting to isolate the rot, to slow it, to stop it potentially, but we are very quickly realizing that that is proving to be quite the futile effort. So a lot of our efforts now are going into repurposing the mold. We have found that injecting it with different fragrances and vitamins actually make the mold edible again, although we're still trying to figure out the odor issue.
What if you just spray some perfume to keep it from having an odor?
We haven't tried that. We might just try that later on this evening. We'll try spraying it with different kinds of air fresheners. We'll see what smells the best. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm a genius. What tools and funding do you need for your research?
Right now, we need more storage space for our specimens. You see, when the food gives way to mold, it sort of expands as it heats up in the rotting process. So one of these strawberries, with enough time, could take up about the size of your chair there.
Wow. I like strawberry-sized chairs.
Yeah, well, I mean, it won't smell very good, and in its natural state like this, it would prove to be quite toxic. But we've been noticing a mass growth in its mass as it begins to rot.
So for public perception, and has been off the charts for this, like everybody I know knows about this, even their grandmothers. What do you say to the people who are turning to conspiracy theories?
I think that in times like this, it's very easy for people to give into fear, as even as we are testing these out now, we're not 100% sure where this decay stems from. It could come from anything from like just Mother Nature to a shadow government to big dairy. We're uncertain ourselves.
In your honest opinion, can this be solved?
We do not feel that we have the ability to stop the mold, unfortunately. We feel that this is going to be very much a direction to a lifestyle change. I don't feel people will have to fully adopt only dairy products, as that feels very unrealistic, but we are hoping to soon make this mold less of a burden and more of a gift. We're hoping to cultivate the mold and make it an edible food product rather than just waste.
Wow. Do you have anything you want to say to the viewers watching?
I think that, it's a very terrifying time in this world right now. We all have to come together and sort of just keep an open mind with it. While the mold itself was very off-putting, one day it may become our primary source of nutrition.
Wow. Thank you for coming in.
That's special mango.
I have a thing. The people around here know it. It's called the Steve tax. So
Right. Oh.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. Well, it was a really good mango. Oh.
So, thank you for watching the first segment of this episode of Not News. I will see you guys after the break.
You're on air.
Oh. Oh, hi. Nice to see you there.
Yes, I snuck in through the ceiling while you were enjoying that delectable mango.
Do you guys know who this guy is?
I'm Dr. Emmerich Bleach, Scientist Supreme.
I've been in here somewhere. Oh, here you are. How you doing?
Well, I'm here. My plans have been thwarted. The authorities have been contacted, and I just fled straight here.
All right. So, hello. I'm back from the break. I really like mangoes. That doesn't have anything to do with this, but this is Dr. Emmerich Bleach. He is a disgraced professor who studied aquatic engineering. He's been exiled from every single credible institution for aquatic engineering in Ontario.
Yes.
How?
Well, they may not have liked my credentials, because I know my stuff, I do. It's just WebMD is not a valid source for an evil doctorate.
Wait, so you committed fraud?
Yes, I did, but this stays between us.
You're on a TV show.
Well, this stays between all of us then.
Okay. I really need to stop getting the wild cards. I didn't say anything. That was the wind
Sure.
in a closed building. So tell us about your invention.
Well, my invention is a sort of pump, if you will, and of course, I want the water from the Humber River. I bring the machine over, and I just start sucking with the machine, getting that water.
So, and what's first inspired you to become a scientist?
Well, when I was a boy, when I was a young little man, I was fascinated by the ocean. And of course, I came from a poor family, so evil medical school was not in the picture until I started observing the ocean, fishing things out of it, and I got enough money to at least send in an application, and afterwards, I ended up getting that evil doctorate from WebMD.
The website?
Yes.
Okay. Why the Humber River? Why not like a creek or a hot tub?
Well, I mean, do I really want to steal hot tub water? That doesn't seem very economical or sufficient. And a creek, that's not as big as a river, as a Humber River. So I just decide to go for the biggest body of water that I have access to.
So when you drained the river, you asked for $500 as a ransom for the water.
I did indeed.
Why? Why so low?
Well, I mean, I don't do this for the money, but I don't have any way to pay the bills, and I need to make my budget back. So 500 is a fairly decent price.
You don't do it for the money,
I don't do it for the money.
yet you're asking for money.
So I can reimburse my budget, just make back what I've spent, just kind of get an equilibrium, you know?
But why spend the money in the first place?
It's all about theatrics, my dear boy. You've got to throw in a tiny bit if you're going to commit to the mad scientist bit.
Okay, I respect it. Critics say you're lonely and need a hobby. I agree. What do you think about that?
I think you're lonely and need hobbies. I have hobbies. I have imaginary friends. I'm fine.
Name any people you know in real life who you're on a first name basis with that isn't me, because my name's Steve. Oh, did I say that? Hi, I'm Steve. And who aren't in your head.
Well, I mean, there's Michael.
Where's Michael from?
Michael is from Bayvert.
Who else?
Roderick.
Roderick who? Where's Roderick from?
Roderick is a childhood friend of mine. I've lost contact with him over the years, but I am still on first name basis with him.
Are you referring to a raccoon?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Can you pass me the pillow? Here you go. Can you walk us through how your invention, the reversible water reverser, works? Using small words for the general public and not complicated big words, because that scares people.
Machine, go to water. Machine, suck water. Gas powered, siphon.
Oh, I think I get it now. That makes sense. Is your pump compliant with local bylaws?
Let's just say yes.
Okay. What safety precautions did you take before initiating the drainage?
Well, of course, I have my PPE here, and quite frankly, that's all I could find. I just decided to throw caution to the wind and just used my little safety goggles.
Ah, they're really big.
Yes, you need a lot of protection for these little cavities here, the eyes.
Ah. On a scale from 1 to Chernobyl, which is a really weird scale, how dangerous was your plan?
Well, I'd say at least I had the right rods for my plan, so there was no meltdown. And quite frankly, I'd say on a scale of 1 to Chernobyl, I'd say a 3.
Ah. What were you thinking as the water began to disappear?
Yes, finally, my plans are working. They'll let me back into evil medical school and, they'll let me back into the province of Ontario. Yes, this is how I get back in the game.
Wow, you're intense.
Yes, I'm very passionate about my work.
I need better people to interview. Were you surprised by the public response? Even the raccoons?
Especially heartbroken by the raccoons. The rest of the public I don't care about, but most of my friends growing up, I had a very lonely, poor, cold childhood. My only childhood friends were a family of raccoons. Roderick was my best friend. I used to give him bits from the garbage, and to see him leading this tirade against my work, it's heartbreaking.
Roderick called in. He wants his 2002 convertible back.
Well, tell him he can't have it. That's my only means of transportation. It's mine.
He also has legally asked, he has lawyer and paper stuff, that he wants his son back.
His son. His son! I had nothing to do with his son. His son ran away. I had nothing to do with it. I'm a straw man here, man.
Are you sure?
Cross my heart. I am sure.
Are you sure? You sure?
Okay, no, I'm not sure. I know that he had trouble with his son, but I know that I don't know, if that makes any sense.
It doesn't. This is why. Did you expect people to actually pay you $100?
Well, I mean, 100 at least, yes. I mean, maybe the full 500, but I don't know. I haven't seen a penny. I haven't seen a single morsel of money since I've started this whole endeavor.
So, what are you going to do with the water and the fish that got sucked up with the water?
Well,
were grinded through the machine like an orange getting squeezed, sources say.
well, I'm doing this because if it doesn't work to get me back into Ontario, I plan on selling the water as designer bougie drinking water with a bit of an umami flavor from those ground-up fish. L'eau du poisson, if you will. It's going to be the next big thing.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Well, those fish are dead.
Good. This will benefit me greatly, because it gives the umami flavor to the water.
What about the fish that had families?
Well, I mean, that I do feel a tad bit bad for, but it's all for the benefit of humanity, if you will.
Umami water is going to benefit humanity.
Well, it's going to benefit my humanity, I'll tell you that much.
Ah. Okay. Well, we're gonna move on because, wow.
Well, I mean, I went to evil medical school, man. I mean, I had to earn that fake doctorate somehow.
Okay. Have you committed any other crimes? And why don't you tell me about them? You don't mind the camera. Just tell me about them.
I've only done aquatic-themed crimes, and that's it. Just water-based crimes. I had a plan at one point to drain Venice, drain that canal, only to fill it back up again tenfold.
So you flooded Venice.
Well, I mean, I planned to. That one got stopped pretty quickly, and yeah, that's my greatest failure right there.
Were you responsible for the kidnapping of the otter red dish bowl?
Red dish bowl, that name sounds familiar for some reason. I mean, I know I've encountered an otter. I know I've inadvertently kidnapped an otter. I know I've inadvertently kidnapped an otter. It may have been red fish bowl. It may not have been. But it's entirely possible that yes.
Finally, what if we gave you $101 plus $400?
$101 plus $400. Well, I mean, if plan A and B goes through, like if they go kaput, then I'm going to go with plan C, which is invested all in rusty nails so I can make rusty nail flavored water. Low to rusty nails. It's going to be the next big thing.
You're a psychopath.
Perhaps, perhaps not. I mean, that all kind of depends on interpretation, doesn't it?
You need help.
Possibly. I'll keep that in mind.